guy I love, he's mine, I'm his. There's nothing gay about it in our eyes.
And we're fighting a hitchhiker.
Are we? No, man, he has...
I told you it's a hammer, not a hitchhiking bag. He has a lot of those.
Where are those coming from? Is he pooping hammers? He's pooping into his hand.
Oh, yes! Sorry.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know what to do there. I was like, how could you possibly kill this man?
I played too much Mario.
You know,
The only time I can't play Mario is when I play it on my Android, like my Android phone, because my fingers are too fat.
no. Get a toothpick. No, wait, that won't work.
Well, it's like...
What if... This is gonna sound really creepy, but I swear it's not. What if you could, like, rip off part of your skin? And...
Uh-huh!
and...
Uh-huh! Okay, I'm sorry, but you better have something really revolutionary to make up for that first part of that statement.
That's one of those horrible moments when you're like, I know I've said too much already, but I can't just stop now.
Yeah, because it's even... You have to make that decision of, do I finish this awkward statement, or do I let it drift off just as awkwardly?
I'm one of those people when I think of something, and, like, I make a... That was such a defeated groan. I do. I do. What was I saying?
Something about ripping your skin off?
Oh, yeah! Okay, so, if you could somehow rip your skin off, like, just a little small section, not a big one. Speaking of which, that reminds me.
Are you serious right now?
I was watching this movie last night. And these people, they were like, they were in this insane asylum, and they're like all deformed and whatnot, and they like got some hair clip or something, and they busted out, and they took over the insane asylum mental hospital type thing, and they're like cannibals, and it was really nasty. But these college kids like snuck in because they were like really cold one night, and they're like, oh, this looks warm, and it was a blizzard, so hey, that's what they did. And these cannibal-mented people would eat the people, but you know what? These cannibals were remotely civilized because they would boil, not boil, they like, well, okay, they weren't civilized because they're cannibals, obviously, but they tied this dude down with like barbed wire, which is pretty nasty in and of itself, and then they like had this like onion potato oil broth thing, and they used it like fondue, like they would cut off a piece of it, and then they'd just be like, I'm gonna dip it in here. Why did I say that?
Is that all?
Oh yeah, and everyone died.
Okay. Hey, have you ever seen Finding Nemo? And when he's telling the story at the front of the movie, he's like telling a joke because the other adult fish are asking him if he's a clownfish.
I feel like you're doing what you're talking about right now.
Yes, actually. And he tells the story, and he like takes forever to get to the point.
Yeah.
That's what both of us just did.
Yeah.
But so can you finish your point?
Oh, about the skin being nice?
Yes!
I'm sorry, I just had the mental image of the cannibal dude, like, cutting up the dude, and that was really nasty. Cutting up the skin. If you could, like, cut off a little piece of skin, and, like, attach it...
I busted it up!
Would
Sorry.
you... What?
I got a little mushroom, I would have gotten 5 1-ups. 1-ups are precious. So anyway.
Why would they call it 5 1-ups? Why wouldn't they just call it a 5-up? Or a 7-up? Nah. But
I haven't had 7-up in a long time.
I've never had 7-up. It's a cheap skirt.
It's more like Mountain Dew.
You're a Mountain Dew.
You son of a bitch, our friendship is over. Your Mountain Dew. How dare you?
We promise never to talk about that.
Hey, 1-up.
You can 1-up nothing, because you're a loser. I love you.
I was just gonna let that be a long, awkward pause.
And I knew you were, so I was like, I can't let this happen.
For the good of everyone. Where do I go?
For the greater good. That's a dangerous saying. You know who said that saying?
John
Walls.
No.
Did John Wilkes Booth really say that?
No, he said something in Latin.
He said Sic Semper Tyrannis.
Yeah, he did.
What does that have to...
I don't know.
Your train of thought was a derailed train.
I watched National Treasure yesterday.
A random thing about John Wilkes Booth. And then she's like, well, I watched National Treasure, so it makes sense.
National Treasure 2 is about John Wilkes Booth.
No, it's not. It's about Abraham Lincoln.
And how John Wilkes Booth killed him. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. In case you haven't heard that in history.
Also, Lee Harvey Oswald did kill Kennedy.
No, it was the guy in the grassy knoll.
The grassy knoll itself jumped up and squashed Kennedy. That entire film is a lie. It's the aliens
Of the...
They came up literally from under the ground, and they
just
sat.
smashed him.
They sat on the president, and for the greater good, we're not allowed to know about it.
It was actually like this. He was running through a battleship with weaponry going everywhere.
Weaponry or weaponry?
Weaponry.
You said weaponry.
I always thought it was weaponry until this moment.
Are you serious?
That's serious.
But you're not dead. Why is that a saying?
Yeah, why is that a thing?
Dead serious? It's like when people tell you to look up and... Or what did they say? Heads up.
Yeah, it's completely the opposite.
Except when I told... We're at... What?
Huh?
Boop-a-doop.
Boop-a-doop. Boop-a-doop.
Boop-a-doop.
Boop-a-doop.
I done poop-a-doop.
Remember when you smacked my butt yesterday?
You were leaning in the car. I don't even like. There wasn't a thought process there.
Was it just like an out-of-body experience, and you just like...
I don't really know what happened. I just smacked your butt, and I look, and then I got in my car, and you're just still standing there in shock. And what's her face's?
Shelby and Thomas.
Yeah, Shelby and Thomas. They were cracking up, and I was like, "Oh, that was so funny of me."
Was I still wearing the Santa Claus pants?
Were you?
Yeah, was when I was dressed up as Santa Claus?
I don't think so.
I cannot believe I got in-school suspension for dressing up as Santa Claus.
Well, you do kind of... No, don't take this in the wrong way, Santa. But, your whole life is built off of sneaking into children's houses. So,
What?
I'm just saying.
My life or Santa Claus's life? Or both? He was dead. Oh no, don't go there!
I don't know what's going on the game, but Santa Claus and you, Andrew Packett.
Knee slapper.
Why is that a thing? Is that
A knee slapper?
no, like, okay, everyone makes jokes about that now, like, you know, oh, it's a knee slapper, her. But did people back in, you know, the days of Yinder year, which isn't a word.
Yinder year?
Yinder year? Yinder, that's a new word, I've decided. Take that, Websters. I just thought about sending a letter to them with the word Yinder year on it, and then
just a picture of you with your middle finger extended.
take that, Websters.
What is your butt?
Why my butt?
I don't know. It seems like an insulting thing.
My butt is a gift from above. Let's be honest.
Ugh.
Why did I just say that?
I don't know. Have you ever seen Chase's butt?
Chase has a girl butt. He does.
Yeah. Did I tell you the story of how I looked at a picture of his butt, that it was like just his butt, and I thought it was a girl?
Well, the real question is...
Was I attracted to it?
And the better question is... Did you have a physical reaction?
No, I didn't. I think I would have to kill myself if I got a erection from Chase.
Oh my gosh.
Because I think that's where you were going with that.
Maybe. Or maybe that's a Freudian slip on your part.
But you're the one that brought it up.
Well, you brought up Chase's butt for no reason.
And it brought up something else for no reason.
There you go with boners again. Out of context, that phrase. There you go with boners again. Look at that poster. It's a reaction to what we're saying.
It's a Beatles poster, and they all have like really like what was that looks on their faces. Like it looks like someone just said a racial slur towards them, and they're all like,
Paul McCartney is so disgusted with us right now.
I know.
Speaking of which, no wait, this has nothing to do with Paul McCartney. This has to do with boner jokes. You know what?
Genitals.